Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 13 of the F1 Championship mode here on F1 2017. Today we are in Italy, so let's get straight into qualifying and see where we end up. So wet qualifying.
For the Italian Grand Prix here in Monza. With the weather as it is today, Anthony Davidson, we have, to some extent, to throw the form book out of the window. Who do you see having the advantage on this slippery, unpredictable track surface?
Traditionally, these are very Adrian Newey conditions. The Red Bull's habit of creating incredible downforce coupled with the high rake they like to run is perfect for the wet, and it's helped them close the power gap a number of times over recent years. I think Force India as well, always a bit of a dark horse in changeable conditions, and of course the McLarens have a fairly good chassis. Having said that, I don't want to make a firm prediction. More than performance, the deciding factor is going to be the timing. The level of wetness out on the track is going to constantly rise and fall, and anyone who can find that perfect window when it's at its driest will have a big advantage out there.
So we're jumping straight to the end of quali 3. Let's see if we can get a purple lap and be pole for the race. So we go purple, fastest. So we're going to head back to the pits and see if that's good enough to get pole position for the race. So we're fast forwarding in qualifying. So the top three are Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel and Valtteri Bottas. We are on pole, only 2 tenths up, or 3 tenths up on Sebastian Vettel.
The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. Great to see you again today.
Thanks for that, Crofty, and I'm really anxious to get underway here. We've got all the makings of a great race today. World champions in competitive cars, lots of drivers on form, and I suspect a few strategists on the pit wall looking to try something a bit different and maybe jump their cars up the order.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Raikkonen, Sergio Perez and Ocon, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Massa and Nico Hülkenberg, Stroll, Kvyat, Romain Grosjean and Palmer, Sainz, Magnussen, Stoffel Van Dorn and Fernando Alonso, Ericsson and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
It's race day. We have 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go for the Italian Grand Prix. We have a very good start off the line, no one's overtaken us. We're going to turn 1. Taking it very cautiously down into turn 1. Try not to make a mistake or cut a corner. Just going to try and make a gap so we don't get in the 1 second DRS zone. We go purple through the first one, which we will do on the first lap because we're the front car in the race. Already pulling up a gap to the guys behind of 4 seconds already because I'm just pushing at the first part of the race. Let me know if you want me to turn up the AI difficulty for the next one. As we come across the line for the end of the first lap, we're still leading. As we skip forward to lap 4, still leading, brought the gap out to about 10 seconds I believe it was. No, it's only 7 and nearly 8 seconds. going to let you listen to the car for the rest of the lap. That's a lap around the Italian Grand Prix. We've been setting purple laps other than that. We'll skip forward to lap 15. We're going to be pitting this lap for some super soft tyres. Catching up to our first back markers. With Alonso in 17th position, obviously must have overtaken the others in the pit phase. Not making too many gains on Alonso though. As now we just peel off into the pits. Make our first stop. Hopefully we get a good one from the mechanics. To come out of the pits. So I'm having a few problems with my capture card at the moment. Have very cold tyres, cut the corner a bit, get a 3-second time penalty. We just got to push on now and hope that we can keep the gap over 3 seconds to the cars behind. But we're already a pit stop ahead of Vettel by the looks of things. We come around the final corner to end this lap. To go on to lap 17 of the Grand Prix. I believe we're pitting again on lap 20. Sit forward to lap 18, overtaking Ericsson as a back marker. So we've got another back marker just up ahead. And that is looks like a McLaren. or Toro Rosso, I'm not 100% sure from here. We go purple. We're 1 minute 29.46. It is a McLaren of Van Dorn. Hopefully it doesn't hold us up too much. But as a lot of you know, the AI in this game don't really like to get out of the way even when they're being lapped. So to make a dive really around the outside, have a little touch with Van Dorn, but none of us seem to have any damage, so we're just going to continue on. Moving forward to lap 20 where we're making our second stop and our last stop of the race. As we go purple through the first sector. And purple through the second sector. So catching up to a few more back markers. I don't think we're going to be able to overtake any of them before we do our pit stop. Come through the final corner now where we're going to peel off into the pits. We've got a pit stop to the cars behind, so might as well do it. So we're coming out of the pits now, getting overtaken by lots of back markers. Which is quite annoying after spending all that time overtaking them. Come out of the pits still in P1. Brake and go on cold tyres again and get a 5-second stop go penalty. But I don't think we're going to have a chance to serve that before the end of the race, so we're just going to carry on and just take the hit at the end of the race. Go through the first sector split. Catching up to the back markers very quickly. Hopefully they all get out of the way. And through the second sector split. Pushing as hard as I can. I lose the back end a little bit going through that corner. Managed to save the car though. Now as we jump forward to lap 25, 2 laps left of the race, got DRS from a car that we've just overtaken, a back marker. They're flying up to the back of the other 2 back markers of, I believe, Carlos Sainz and Grosjean. As I've lost the back end of the car completely. Got the back marker right at my butt now. I think he hits us a little bit of Alonso. So for the first sector split we are 3 seconds down on our fastest time. Get a warning for exceeding track limits as we lose the back end of the car from taking too much curb. Come through the second sector split now, 4 seconds down on our fastest time. The rear end is sliding around quite badly now. As we come round into the final lap, I'm just going to sit back, not talk, and let you enjoy the final lap of the Italian Grand Prix. Oh, and Sebastian Vettel's out of the race. Oh my god, it's going to be a Mercedes 1-2 with Raikkonen on the podium. As we come around the final corner, got a bit hot hit back of Kvyat's car, but managed to keep it on the track. We take him through that corner. He should have moved that out of our way well before that anyway. As we come across the line to win the Italian Grand Prix.
A hard-fought win today then, after a very difficult race. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Well, this is it.
I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
After a fascinating Grand Prix. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Lewis Hamilton. You know, it was just the kind of drive you'd expect from a multiple world champion.
On to the